Hello. Yesterday I saw a oddly satisfying render challenge on YouTube hosted by the Corridor Crew or something like that, and I thought it would be quite interesting to participate in. So my initial idea was to, when you like shuffle cards and then you get like the bridge thing in it, you do something like that. I thought that would be quite fun. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, so here's my idea. So I got a deck of cards. Um, it's very satisfying when you can get like a good shuffle and bridge. Now I'm not perfect at this, but I can see what I can do. So like that was pretty good, I guess. Then you can like dramatize it and make it even more like slow it down. That's pretty good. So something like that, just make it into a render. Make the cards more floppy. I don't know. I'll see how it goes. So like that. Another idea. One second. On the theme. I found some poker chips. Like that's also pretty good. So I could use a combination of those things and also do something with dice if I can learn the software anyway. So those are my ideas. I'll see what I can do with them. Then I opened Cinema 4D and started learning the software from scratch. I had some experience with similar software before, but never this one. So I had to constantly keep looking up how to do stuff. It was a whole process of trial and error. We'll see if I learn anything. My initial idea for how to make the cards work involved simulating them like very stiff cloth. This didn't work out very well. My other thought was to give them soft body tags, which I used to simulate squishy things. That also didn't work out great.
At this point, I kind of just gave up making the cards bend and just decided to make them completely stiff so I could just move on with the project. It'll be less realistic, but at least it'll look better than a failed cloth simulation or something.
Okay, so I've been working for a little bit, and I didn't get far, but I did get to a point where I've got some card-shaped things, and they fall and click together. So, it's not good yet, but it's a start.
Next, I made the poker chips. My initial idea was to have them roll in behind the cards, but I couldn't figure out how to make that work. I decided to have another platform coming in, and then the poker chips fall onto it from on high. It was also super painful trying to get them to fall at the right time, but I eventually figured it out.
Okay, so right now I made some more progress. Right now I'm switching all the textures on the things to make them uncopyrighted images. So here's my idea. I get the cards kind of shuffling in, and then the camera's like slowly moving up the whole time, and then some more platforms come and like flip in place, and then there'll be some poker chips that fall in there, and another platform will like kind of come in on top of that.
then a couple dice will roll on that, and then another platform will come on that with cards, and it'll just kind of loop like that. So that's what I'm gonna do. The next step was the dice, which added a couple more levels of difficulty to what I'd already been doing. First, I had to get the physical properties of the dice, ramp, and floor exactly right to give the dice a realistic roll. Next, I had to make the dice look like dice. This might seem simple, but it was actually much harder than it would seem. You see, for other objects, I would simply apply a texture to the object and it would work, but it would only work because I put the same texture on all sides of the objects. Dice obviously have different numbers on each side, so instead of applying a texture like I usually do, I had to split the dice cubes into their faces and then apply a different texture to each face. This was a pain because I had subdivided the faces into 5x5 grids, so I had to select 25 faces for each face of the cube I wanted to apply a texture to. Furthermore, the view in Cinema 4D was being stinky, so it was really hard to see what I was doing. I eventually got it in far more work than it was worth, but I think they look good now. I wanted to make the final render loop, so to do that I set up a final level that would slide in over the dice. It would look identical to the bottom level with the cards, except the cards wouldn't fall over. I paired this with a camera and light source that were slowly moving upward at a constant rate, so that at the end, with the final level slid in and the camera and light at the top, the last frame would look identical to the first frame.
Okay, so I think I'm actually done with all the modeling and animating and stuff, so I need to now figure out how to bake the simulation, render it out, and we'll see what we get. Maybe we'll make some adjustments after that, but I just tried starting one render, but that crashed, so I've got another one going now. Hopefully this one works. So it's been a couple of days since I've worked on this thing. The next step, I've got it all rendered out. I need to make some sounds to put in it, because I've heard sounds are the most important part of the render, so I'm gonna use so like this. Just scrape stuff together and bonk stuff together to get the right sounds I need for this video. Okay, so I'm submitting the video right now. I'm just gonna leave it where it is at. It was good enough. And yeah. Hope it does well. Thanks for watching.